Well, first of all, you look really happy.
I am very happy.
You are?
Yeah.
So let's get this out of the way. Are you single?
You're a funny one. You guys got to tune in and find out. I can't give anything away.
You're happy?
Yes.
You may or may not be single.
Correct.
Was this experience everything you hoped for?
Oh yeah, and so much more. This was the most beautiful, amazing, difficult, just life-changing experience of my life, and I'll forever be grateful for it.
Ooh, okay, so this is a positive start. I like it. Something that did happen that was kind of scary and crazy. You had an accident. What happened to your face?
I did. Honestly, it was a freak accident. Nothing crazy. No lesson really to be learned from it. Involves a golf cart, a glass, and unfortunately, the golf cart wasn't even moving. But
No.
yeah.
And you like face planted or something?
No, I didn't face plant. It'll all be kind of taken care of in the show. We're not going to leave you guys in the dark.
Okay.
You'll see what happens.
But you do have a scar.
I do. Yeah.
Wow, it's kind of badass.
I heard chicks dig scars, right? So we're good.
Did you do this early on in the season? Because it might have been helpful for you.
It was about halfway through.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So what was it like now you were on the other side, because you were left feeling pretty heartbroken after your experience on The Bachelorette. Then when you're in the position of doing the heartbreaking, did it change your perspective a little?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. That, honestly, I mean, there are two different kinds of, feelings of, being broken up with and being the one doing the breaking up. I've always been someone that I felt I'd much rather, I know it sounds crazy, but I'd rather be broken up with and be the one ending the relationship.
Really?
I know it sounds crazy, and trust me, I was heartbroken after that last season with Hannah, but especially towards the end, just having to say bye to relationships. I had an amazing group of women and had really solid relationships with a lot of them.
How many did you fall in love with?
Everyone thinks I fell in love with everyone, so.
Well, no, I just think it's interesting because you go into this thinking you can't love more than one person, and then I think you realize you can, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Going into it, I remember my closest friends, my family. I talked with my parents right before I left, and they thought that actually was they predicted that would happen, that I'd probably give my heart to more than one person, and I definitely thought that was possible going into it, and I realized it was after.
And we obviously saw Hannah B makes an appearance.
Yes.
How did that come about? Why was she there?
That truly was completely unexpected. I had no idea that she was showing up that first night. I see that limo door open. I see a girl at first. I didn't know it was her, to see this beautiful girl. And then I realized as she's kind of coming out who it is, and just jaw dropped. I was like, wow, did not expect this at all. She walks up to me, and definitely a lot of emotions kind of came back just instantly. And you guys have to see what happens, but I do want you all to know that just everything that does happen with us, that was 100% real. That was raw. That was a relationship that we both obviously really cared about on The Bachelorette. And, I think, I know people will be surprised about what happens.
Do you feel like you got closure?
You'll see.
Because I feel like you don't always get that with an ex. I think that's something that you rarely get, and then it kind of seems in that situation you've got an ex showing up, which is like seeing a ghost, and then you've got 26 other women that are there freaking out.
Yeah,
how did you then go and sort that situation out?
Believe me, all those things started going through my head. I'm like, wow, I have 30 other women in there right now, and they have really no idea what's going on. And I don't know. It's, again, none of that was. I knew none of that was happening. None of that was scripted. None of that was produced. That was a real, raw relationship that the two of us had. And everything that transpires between the two of us, everything we talk about, what happens or may not happen, it was just both of us following our hearts.
And then how many of the women did you have to explain and go through the whole windmill situation with? Because there's a lot of windmill talk in the promo.
There's a lot of windmill talk. And honestly, a lot of the women, they were having fun with it, with their entrances. I was laughing at it, just being lighthearted about it. I get it. I get that that's a part of my story now, kind of forever. I'm never escaping the windmill. I'm doing a windmill dance now because I'm just embracing it,
How does that go?
Just do the windmill dance, a little shake in the hips. But I mean, what else am I gonna do?
Did you find a new location this time around? Where do you go from the windmill?
I feel like the windmills literally don't leave me. I didn't even notice it, and I've driven down PCH hundreds of times where I live, or close to where I live, and boom, I noticed a windmill that I'd never noticed in 10 years of living here. I'm like, are you kidding me? These things just don't leave. So now I notice them everywhere. But again, I just know that's part of my story now. I'm just embracing it. My season obviously is a lot more than just a windmill, and everyone will see that. But listen, it's part of me, and that's okay.
Promo looks super steamy. Lots of making out. Were you exhausted?
Were my lips exhausted? No, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, there's parts of it that are physically exhausting, you know, dating so many women, there's only so many hours in the day, right?
So hard.
It's,
I can
know,
imagine.
I can't complain. I'm a very lucky guy, I get it. But no, it was all worth it for sure. It was all worth it.
How many of them did you kiss? Did you kiss all of them?
No, I didn't kiss all of them.
Well, Chris Harrison told us next to Ari, you kissed
like,
you kissed a
throw me
lot.
under the bus here. Listen, I'm a very passionate person, and I think it comes from my Cuban roots. That's what I'm going with. That's one thing going into this. I wasn't going to change. I was going to be who I was, and I definitely did not lose the passion this season.
And then I'm sure with that comes a lot of drama because the women are seeing you kissing or being intimate with other women. How much of that did you have to deal with?
Yeah, that is just, I just learned really quickly that was just a part of this kind of experience. You date that many women, there's going to be drama. Feelings are going to be hurt. The jealousy is going to happen. That's normal. I felt that stuff on the other side of it. And, you know, I just had to be okay with that and embrace it and do my best to, when I was with each individual woman, show her that I was just with her. And as weird as this experience can be, it's such a beautiful experience too. And I just tried my best to make them feel like they were the only person I was dating when I was with them.
Well, something Chris did tell us is he had to have a talk to you about being too nice. What was that?
Yeah. I mean, again, I am who I am. You know, I wasn't gonna change. I know everyone's like, "Oh, you got edge now because you got this scar." Like, I don't know. Like, I had such an amazing group. I think that the casting for this season, I kept saying they did too good of a job because I'm not kidding you, like my group's insane, like they're awesome. And I'm sorry that I really enjoyed pretty much every relationship, you know? I guess I'm not sorry, but yeah, Chris definitely had to help me along, you know, as things started getting more and more serious and kind of open my eyes a little bit. And I guess, you know, I needed that, but I had a great group.
I know some of the girls, or particularly one, professed her love to you very quickly. Do you believe in love at first sight?
I don't think I've ever felt it. I believe in at first sight thinking that you could fall in love, but I don't know. I've never actually fallen in love at first sight. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not this time around either.
I don't want to give anything away, but again, I think the romantic in me wants to believe in it, but I don't know. We'll see.
Lastly, we saw you cleaning your plane. How much of flying the plane are we going to see you do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys did see that the cleaning part.
Is that how you always clean your plane? By the way. Yeah. Cool.
That's my go-to. You got to get a tan while you're cleaning, right? No, I definitely a lot of flying. That's my passion. That's my first love. And for me, it was so amazing to be able to share that with the women, you know, on this journey. And feel very grateful that is a huge theme of this season as well.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.